All right, this is episode 5 of Sunday School with Ron. Today we'll be picking up in verse 9 of chapter 1, and we will complete the chapter today. I'm going to read verses 9 through 14. Thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity. Therefore, God, even thy God, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows. And thou, Lord, in the beginning hast laid the foundations of the earth, and the heavens are the works of thine hands. They shall perish, but thou remainest, and they all shall wax old as doth a garment. And as a vesture thou shalt fold them up, and they shall be changed. But thou art the same, and thy years shall not fail. But to which of the angels said he at any time, Sit on my right hand, until I make thine enemies thy footstool? Are they not all ministering spirits sent forth to minister for them who shall be heirs of salvation? All right, so in verse 9, the author opens with a quote from Psalm 45 and verse 7. Thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity. This is the character of the Messiah. He loves righteousness, justice, truth, holiness, and he hates evil, that is, injustice and wickedness. And this aligns with Isaiah 11 and verse 5, which prophesies about the Messiah's righteous rule. In verse 13, the seventh and last quote is from Psalm 110 and verse 1. We see that the angels are standing, but the sun sets and rules. You can see that in Matthew 22, Matthew 26, Mark 16, Acts 2, Romans 8. Summing up verses 5 through 13. This string of quotes from verse 5 to 14 is proving the author's assertion initially in verse 4 that Jesus is superior to the angels. So what he did was in those verses was he just applied the proof to his statement. And I'm pointing this out because there is a definite literary structure here. The citations and the arrangement, they all lead to the author making or proving his assertion, validating his argument. And I say that to point out that it reads like a thesis. He makes an assertion and then he proves it. In verse 14, the conclusion. So previously in verses 7 and 8, the author had juxtaposed the angel's position to Jesus, and now we see that the position see their position in relation to those who have placed their faith in Jesus. As John MacArthur put it, his people are favored above the angels. You can see that in 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 3. I want to end the chapter by saying that there's no reason that you can't place your faith in Jesus today. The man who wrote this book was deeply concerned for his target audience. He loved these people. He loved Jesus, and he was afraid that they were going to shift back into Judaism where there was no more sacrifice for them. Christ has fulfilled that sacrifice. He has done what is called penal substitution. That is, he's taking the punishment for you. And by placing your faith in Jesus, you can be forgiven. And that is the point that he's trying to express to his audience there, is that there is nowhere else to turn for forgiveness. It's only found in Jesus. I hope you'll continue to listen to more. I'll see you guys later.